with pear?
Yeah, you can put four apple and 2 pear.
Don't it be too much? How long will it last? It's come from the
Yeah,
supermarket.
but there was a lot of apples in the tree, in the garden, so I think they did.
Yeah. They make a lot of
Because we
jams.
didn't eat raw apples somehow. We only enjoyed, I mean, because it's sweeter. Right? We only ate compote.
It would be nice if you can shave at least this part of your hair, so that.
Hey. It's a bit slippery. Oh la la. No,
Oh la
don't
la.
oh la la. I didn't mean it.
Oh la la! Oh, that's a
But
lot of
just at the
work.
beginning, make sure you get
What if
some
it burns?
juice. No, yeah, that's why. We should start a little bit. Oh, great.
We need to get a jar, or we need to finish a jam to get the free jar out of it.
Yeah.
The laundry's all done.
Yeah.
Finding that registration to give legal advice.
I could hear
Making a terrorist threat about
I had a good night's sleep and I asked gang.
but the government. The debt ceiling. Here's why this matters. Please don't vote tonight on the West Coast winter takes over. Peak flu season is almost here. RSV specifically hit some election night. Tonight we'll take an unflinching look at the resurgence of anti-Semitism.
아무것도 먹자. 자, 오, 이거 아빠가 힘들게 만들었는데 안 먹을 거야? 스스로 먹어볼래? 아, 그렇지. 아이, 맛있어. 잘 먹네? 맛있어?
She might skip a step, not sitting much and go straight to the sink. I haven't baby-proofed the apartment yet.
So my kids never crawl. They went
Straight to
yeah, they
rolling around.
yeah, they just sit. I mean, they supposedly crawling's really good for eye hands, but they ended up very good soccer players. So.
Give you a warning. My children like to like hold my thumbs before they can cruise, and so you walk around. They love that because they can see more. But the thing is that
to get used to
It was
that.
just, it was murder on the back.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just, so
Oh.
Yes, I know that already. Ouais, il y aura des algues à manger chez mamie quand on vient là? Il y aura des asperges. It's the season for asparagus.
Oh.
Tofu, c'est du
Soybean?
soja, des pousses de soja marinées.
Yeah, when you go to France. I actually didn't read the menus. I guess this is hummus, eggplant, salmon, and this one I forgot. Get this.
Hey bébé. Bébé.
Is the biggest one on Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, and I think on Sunday there's something on 10th Avenue. Maybe we go across this sunset.
Funny. They might have something for kids also, I guess. It's a huge area.
That's already, I'm sure.
Da da da. All I need is you. La da 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 da. I gotta give it all away. All control and letters to my name. I simply cannot concentrate. Distracted by the noise from every way. Yeah. Grayscale vision got me feeling misled. Can I even trust that I'm moving ahead? Many days, only thing on my mind bread. Many days thinking maybe better off dead. But I got you, that is what I will say. That you are the reason that I got a new.
I remember we used the photographic department and recording dances strictly.
맛있어?
Put my headphones on.
어때? 딸기맛.
Look out the window. Feel the sun. 내 옆에서 울어도 괜찮아. Yeah. 늘 웃는 표정하는 beauty. It's okay to let it out. 이 노래는 그댈 위한 낮잠이야. 근데 현실로 깨워줘야지. Don't wanna leave my dreams. 참 힘든 일이야. 내 믿음을 유지하는 것 무서운 일이야. 약한 모습과만 보여주는 게 너무 창피해. 너무 피곤해. 무기력감 in my bed. 고민은 친구처럼 익숙해. 포기하고 싶은 순간 안에서 I don't wanna keep trying. 이 노래를 듣길 바래. This is our song, yeah. 같이 그린 희망 소리만 들어. 우리 함께 멜로디 부를 때 Everyone sing. 마음 아파도 상처받아도 빛이 잘 안 보여도 Even when I can't see now. 우리 힘내자 믿고 힘내자 그때까지 힘내자. Let's keep going on to another day. Cause it won't be long until we fly away. I'll be keeping on. I will keep my faith. I'll be keeping on until I see the day.
I'll be keeping on now.
내 마음 왜 이렇게 복잡해? Complex, yeah. 가만히 있어도 I hear these lines up in my head. 고통 속에 평화를 어떻게 찾을까? I wanna feel your light in my life, and I wanna have peace of mind. 참 힘든 일이야. 내 마음을 이해하는 건 무서운 일이야. Trying to let go of my control, I wanna understand. Please. I just wanna know your plan, but I guess I gotta just keep doing what I can. Yeah. 감성에 빠져서 말 못하는 내가 어디로 가는지 모르겠지만 Oh no, I don't need to be worried now. So everyone sing.
마음 아파도 상처받아도 빛이 잘 안 보여도 우리 힘내자 믿고 힘내자 그때까지 힘내자.
Let's keep going on to another day. Cause it won't be long until we fly away. I'll be keeping on. I will keep my faith. I'll be keeping on until I see the day. We'll take it to the bridge, everybody say. Yes, I'm keeping on.
두려움
Yes, I'm keeping on.
상처받고
Yes, I'm keeping on.
믿음 약해도
Yes, I'm keeping on.
실망하고
Yes, I'm keeping on.
실패하고
Yes, I'm keeping
엄청 눈물 나도
Yes, I'm keeping on. Cause you stick with me.